Okay, and welcome everyone to another video lecture series brought to you by Daniel Rensch. I am elect Daniel Rensch now instead of FM Daniel Rensch. I got to get used to saying that. Anyway, we are here today to talk everything isolated queen pawns on Chess.com, and we hope we are having a wonderful chess day. Okay, so you look at the starting position here. First off, let me talk a little bit about the goal of this lecture series. What I'd like everyone to do is, obviously can't force you to do it, but if you can, plan on maybe making some notes during this video series. We're going to try to do 10 in all. Maybe we'll throw a bonus video your way, you know, who knows if you're feeling lucky. But if you're not feeling lucky, maybe we won't. Anyway, so here's the deal. Everything isolated queen pawns, and this particular pawn structure, if you're probably around 1600 rated or higher, you've probably already, started to learn some of these positions, or hopefully you've had the approach in your chess game for a while in realizing how important pawn structure is. I personally love talking about pawn structures, especially with my students, and I love teaching the concepts because the way I look at it, pawns are really the only thing in the game that is fixed. And obviously it sounds silly to say they can't go back because you all know that, but it really is important that you grasp that concept. And the reason is that if you can look at a structure and understand, or at least have been taught, what all the different ideas are about that particular structure, whether it be isolated queen pawns or pawn chains or closed positions or anything you want to talk about, but if you can look at that structure and know that A, B, and C are the ideas for playing the structure, and A, B, and C are my ideas for attacking the structure, if you can have that mindset and have that approach in any pawn structure you play, you're going to be a much better player because, like I said, pawns can't go back. And so once a skeletal structure or a soul of the position is reached, once a structure is defined, if you understand what the plans are and what the ins and outs are, you have a very good chance of becoming a great player. If you don't really have an understanding of what all those common pawn structures are and what the ideas are, it's very hard to reach expert and master level, and let alone beyond that. So what we're going to talk about is a structure that is extremely important, not just because isolated queen pawns are very interesting and very dynamic, but also because the isolated queen pawn structure is something that is reached through many different openings. Many different positions reach this particular structure we're looking at here, where one side is left with an isolated queen pawn, and the other side has the ability to attack it. We're starting out with what I feel is the most common formation for black facing the isolated queen pawn on d4, which is this pawn on e6. There are also times where we could switch this position and have a very similar scenario with the pawn being on the c file, depending on the opening in which it came from. One of the things that we're going to do in this beginning intro lecture here, before I move on to giving you some positions to think about and to solve, is to talk about the different openings that this pawn structure can occur from. Let's start off with one of the most common, and that is
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.